Hey everybody, just out here at the Cecil Webb Lake Wildlife Management Area in Punta Gorda, Florida. Just getting ready to kayak for the day, and it's going to be a sunny kayak today, no rain like the last time. So I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Here we go. Bye. Last time we went right here and it took us around the island and circled back around where my truck is, but this time we're staying to the left and following the lake northward. Just kind of got done kayaking through a straight part of the lake. It's getting ready to curve a little bit, and looks like we're starting to get in some lily pads. The lake is pretty high still. We've been getting a lot of rain. Just a few days ago was the peak of hurricane season, so the good thing is the chances of hurricanes get lesser and lesser as we go through October and into November. And with that, there'll start being less rain, and I plan on being able to do some camping soon. I really want to do some camping. I want to kind of just primitive camp wherever. Might go to some campsites. Yeah, we'll go to the left. Might go to some regular campsites. Might go to a park where we can hike into a campsite. Might even just camp wherever there's a good spot to camp at. But with there being less rain, that'll really help. I'm gonna get over here in the shade a little bit. It's a really nice day. There's a good little breeze out here. Humidity's not too bad. Just following this around, just gonna keep going straight, and then up there at the tree line go left, and that'll follow it. If we went right over that way, it just goes in a circle and then comes back over here. So I'm gonna keep going straight and then left. Water is kind of choppy because of the breeze and the wind. It's making it a little bit harder to paddle today. Having to put out a little bit more effort, but that's okay. It'll give me a workout. But it's kind of choppy just for being lake water, especially when it gets to kind of open areas like this. When it's a little more narrow, like we're getting into, it won't be as bad. But these open areas with the wind make you work for it a little bit. To the right over there is just kind of another one of those inlets that kind of just go in and then it dead ends. So we're not gonna go that way. We're just gonna keep going left like we were. I kind of want to explore this island a little bit, but I don't know if it's underwater or not. I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, I can kind of already see it. It looks like there's quite a bit of water over here, and it looks like there's a lot of brush. I don't really think there's a way in there. I don't want to encounter any wildlife either. So yeah, I don't think I'll be adventuring over there. This is all underwater. So we're just continuing to follow this around. Everything's pretty much underwater. It's fun to kayak out here after a hurricane. There's a lot of water out here and a lot of places to explore. They're usually not underwater. But this breeze feels really good. Gone 0.80 miles already. It's funny, in the distance you can hear gunshots because there's a shooting range out here. Sometimes you hear automatics and it just sounds like you're in a war zone, or what I imagine a war zone would be. I'm not sure if there's hunting out here this weekend or not. There was a lot going on at the front gate and they kind of had it blocked off to the shooting range. So there might be some hunting going on right now because it was being managed a little bit differently up at the gate than it usually is. It's nice through right here. It's not as wide and open, so there's not as much of a breeze and it's not as choppy. It doesn't take as much effort to paddle right here. It's a beautiful day out though. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Gonna be getting into some lily pads. I think we're gonna go to the far left to avoid as many as we can. Sometimes gators can be in the lily pads, so I always kind of tread carefully. We've gone about a mile, so we're probably going to turn around pretty soon. Just going to kayak up a little bit further up this way. Sometimes there's little areas where people fish at. I'd like to kind of go pull off into one of those areas and explore a little bit, but a lot of them down this far south on the lake have been flooded out, so there's not been that opportunity. This is a very marshy area through here. Back through there is another one of those inlet areas that just takes you into the lake but then dead ends, and you would have to come back around this way. I've explored areas like that, and sometimes the further in you go, the more gators there are. And right now they are protecting their nest. We kayaked a little bit last weekend, but one way that we kayaked, we got blocked by a gator. And then when we kayaked the other way, it ended up raining. So we didn't get much kayaking in this past weekend at all. But I think we're going to be turning around soon. Yeah, we got about a mile kayak back, so we're going to get that going. Yeah, it's not an easy paddle today, that wind. There's like a path over there where you can go and like chill over there, but it's all flooded out. But we might be able to get over there. Because there's dry land over here. I'll push you, don't worry. Just kind of pulled off on the kayak. Pulled off to an area to just kind of chill a little bit. It's flooded out. If you brought a vehicle in here, you'd probably need 4-wheel drive. Oh, I just got bit. Oh, I just got bit by fire ants. So I'm getting bit by fire ants right now, but that's okay. I'll get back in the water and wash them off my feet. Like normally, if anybody tried to drive through here, this would be dry, but right now it is very deep. Somebody would get stuck. They'd probably sink pretty deep. I know my truck would sink. I only got 2-wheel drive. And it's sandy through here. But I'm just chilling. Beautiful out here. Nice little break. See y'all back in the kayak. I gotta get back on track. I'm like in the grass and everything. There we go, there we go. Back on, getting back into the water. You can tell that this is usually like gravel road right here where people would drive on. But it's underwater. But it gave us a place to take a break. Back at it and get back to the truck. Cut through this grass. Back on the lake. I don't think it matters if you go right or left. I'm gonna go right. Just kind of coming through one of the straightaways. It's a little more narrow, not very breezy through here. The sun is out now. It is warming up, and I just had a little spider on me. I guess I must have attracted him in here when I was stopped. But yeah, gonna kayak back towards the truck. Got stuff on me from being out in the water. But the water felt good being in it, that's for sure. I didn't swim in it, just kind of waited, just stood in a little bit. And now for the kayak back. About a mile back, not too bad. That breeze kind of went away, but it might be coming back. I'm getting kind of pooped. This sun's kind of taking it out of me. There hasn't been much of a current to help us either. It seems like any current that we've been getting, we've been having to fight against. But I think it's gonna start getting breezy here. I can see how the water is a little more choppy up this way. This is where it connects into more of an open water area. I don't know if you just caught one of the automatic weapons going off. But yeah, if we go kind of to the left, that's just one of those inlet areas. So we're gonna keep following this around to the right. Probably about a half to 3/4 of a mile back that I have left the kayak to the truck. Yeah, as I'm coming up around this bend here, it's really taking some upper body strength to get through here. It just keeps trying to push me back towards the land, but I need to keep pushing forward. But I think the wind's kind of blowing at a northwest direction, and I'm going south, so that's not helping me a whole lot. I'm just gonna keep going until I get to my truck. That's all I can do, and be wore out for the rest of the day. But building that upper body strength, because I'm not building that upper body strength sitting on the couch. So happy to be out here doing this. It's good for me, good for mental health, good activity for the day. Get to enjoy the weather. I'm hot, but I'm not too hot. It's not terribly hot. This sun is just draining though. Whew. But I must push forward. I'm just out here floating, just enjoying it in one of these narrow areas where there's not really a current, so I can just float. I'm just relaxing right now. Good little breeze through here too. Not too much further though. Just a little bit further. Just coming through the lily pad area. I see some blooms on the lily pads. They're beautiful. Kind of a yellow-red flower. Kind of start off red and end up yellow, and as it gets bigger it kind of turns white. A lot of nature out here. Got another good wind coming this way. Kind of getting into a bigger open body of water. On the same lake, of course, but just where one of those inlet areas is, and it's more open. But up here we're gonna stay to the right and curve around, and my truck will be too far. It won't be too far away from up there after we get around this curve up here. Yeah, not too far after this curve to the right is my truck. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. I don't know. We've gone almost 2 miles, so it's not too much further.
It's just right around the corner. I think this is the big open part we came into originally.
Yeah. I don't enjoy when the water is choppy like this though. Kind of upsets my motion sickness a little bit. It's just a lot windier out here today than it usually is, because this is usually pretty calm through like these areas. Yeah, this is almost like we're on the river right now. But it's just because this open area and the wind coming through here. And I think the wind is kind of blowing at a northwest direction. And we're kind of heading like south to southeast kind of. So it's like we're paddling against it, whether we're going up the lake or down the lake. Because it wants to take us that way, and there's no water that way. We're starting to get out of this open area, and I can even see the back of my truck, so we're coming up on it. We did just a little over 2 miles. About 2.1 miles that we did, which isn't bad, but this current is a lot of work. Next time you see me, I'm gonna be out of the kayak on land, loading things up. Yeah, it was a good paddle. Got the kayaks all loaded up, ready to blow this popsicle stand. It's been a fun kayak today. I worked a little bit of a sweat up, but we kayaked out here and it didn't rain. The weather's been nice. I didn't get bit by too many mosquitoes. So it was a good adventure. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Please leave a comment about what you liked about this kayaking trip, what you would like to see on the kayaking trip. Have you been out here? Have you kayaked or boated or fished any part of this lake? Or have you used the shooting grounds out here? A lot of stuff to do out here. Or have you even camped out here? I might camp out here sometime. I might come out to the camping ground and do a camp, or I might just, who knows. Y'all have a good rest of the day. Signing out. Adventures of Florida, man. Bye.